Hello, Brendan here, Director of Children's and Family Ministries, and welcome to our weekly newsletter. We're getting close to the end of September, and we'll be wrapping up our conversation focusing on family rhythms. Remember, the family rhythm is sort of the day-to-day ebb and flow of family life that we hope would reflect our family's priorities. And so I've been sharing ideas, encouraging us to think about it, and asking questions pertaining to the family rhythms that we establish as parents. In this last week of talking about family rhythms, I'd really like us to think about how we prioritize faith and really ask the question of where does faith, or where should faith, fall in place in our family rhythm? There are lots of ways that faith can be prioritized and part of the family rhythm. But in my experience, when parents are asked this question, the first thing that usually comes to mind is going to church on Sunday or Saturday and making that a regular habit. And don't get me wrong, being part of a faith community and doing something like going to church every Sunday, or at least carving out one day a week where you're going to focus on faith as a family, that's a great thing, and I encourage you to do so. But that's not the only thing. And if that's not where your family's at, that's okay, because there are many things that families can start doing in the home to help establish faith as a priority. Let me recall for you a couple of core truths so that we're anchored on a firm foundation. First, God created the family to bring forth life and flourishing. And second, long before the Bible existed and long before the church existed, God had created the family to teach us about his nature and his ways. And so what happens in the home is critical, and it's much more important than what happens at church or what happens at school. Other people can have a huge influence in the lives of our kids, but no one is going to have as great an impact as us parents. And so what can we do as parents to help prioritize faith in the home? Or what can we do to incorporate faith into our family rhythm? And I'd like us to think about really two facets here. One is time, and the other is moments. So first, when I talk about time, what we're talking about is creating intentional time built into the rhythm of family life for the purposes of thinking about, talking about, or living out faith. This isn't really meant to be formal teaching time, but it is planned and it is intentional. This could look like praying before a meal and having a conversation about gratitude with your family. It could be something like asking questions from the Parent Cue app that we provide. Or it could be reading a Bible story each week to your kids and talking about the characters in that story and how they trusted God. There's lots of ways to prioritize faith in the family in an intentional way. And if you ever run out of ideas, we can help. That's what we're here for, to help families win at the things that matter. And we believe faith is one of those things that matters. We have lots of ideas, lots of resources to help you create faith times in the rhythm of your family life. And the best part about it is a lot of the resources and ideas that we provide can be incorporated into things you're already doing. And so they're really simple to start using basically with what you're already doing. So times are planned and intentional. When we talk about moments, we're talking about spontaneous opportunities that happen in the course of everyday life that parents can capture and leverage towards faith-centered conversations. Whether we like it or not, we are role models for our kids. And if faith is going to be a core piece of our family rhythm, then kids are naturally going to be looking at us as examples of God's truth and his character. And so when a spontaneous opportunity arises, what should we do? Well, we want to be prepared and we want to be genuine. And in those spontaneous moments, we want to really help kids understand who God is and what his character looks like. You know, these moments can look like something like if you're driving in the car with your family and you pass a really bad accident and you take that moment to pray for the family or the people that are involved. Or it could look like you have a sick friend and you're going to visit them and they're not going to be getting better. And you have a conversation with your kids about how difficult it can be to trust in God, especially when you don't understand what's going on. We never know when these moments are going to happen, but there are going to be many opportunities that are unplanned in everyday life that we can leverage to have faith-centered conversations with our kids, where they come to know God's goodness and how he's working in our lives. And if you need help, we'd love to help. That's what we're here for. We have plenty of resources to really help you capture and leverage these moments. All right, I hope this conversation about time and moments has given you some ideas of what you can do at home to help establish faith as part of your family rhythm. There's a lot more that I'd like to share, but I try to keep these videos short and to the point because I know the life of a parent is kind of crazy. You don't have a lot of time to watch videos or do a lot of reading. But I do hope and pray that these conversations about rhythms have been helpful to you. And if you want more, just scroll down to the parent resource section. This week, I'm providing our family discipleship guide. A lot of the material that we've talked about for last month is found in here. This is a great resource. I've used it for my own family. And so take a look at that. And if you like it, if you think it's something that would be helpful to you or your family, then just email me and I will get you a hard copy as soon as I can. That's it. I hope you guys have a great week. Continue to be awesome, and I'll see you later.